When last did you speak? Did he call to say congratulations on becoming SG of the MK party?
I honestly don't think that is part of what our discussion should be. I thought we were coming to talk here about UMkhoto Wesizwe. I'm not here to discuss those things. Personal issues,
yeah,
we can discuss with different platforms. I don't think we can really reduce a platform this important. We were talking to millions of South Africans and want to talk about personal relations of people. That is really not a major issue. What is the next question?
Okay, the next question then, and I'll tell you why I ask it, because there's a lot of interest, people loyal to Julius Malema, loyal to yourself. Really, but it's okay, let's do this, Mr. Shivambu. Let's talk about your immediate plan of action now as SG of the party.
Yeah, the immediate plan of action as the Secretary General of UMkhoto Wesizwe is to work within the collective to establish all the provincial detachments, which are the highest decision-making bodies in all the provinces.
All things being equal, he might one day be the president of this country, and it would be to the benefit of the country. And the issue of dictatorship is just exaggerated because he's such a big personality. But speaking for myself and other EFF leaders, there were so many issues on which we differed. I mean, even now, his podcast on Friday, he said that I said that, this is, we must go this way with MK, and he had a different view. But if he was a dictator, why would I have put a position and we had differences and we still carried on? There were many points in the EFF where there was that interaction. Maybe some people don't voice their feelings, that's their problem. But you can't blame him for that. Yeah.
Good day everyone, and welcome to my channel. And my name is Sabelo Zuma. It's time for us to dive into our politics. So I've seen the video. Floyd Shivambu literally getting annoyed of some journalist who wants to make these things to appear as if now it has to get Julius Malema's approval for him to be elected to be the MK Party Secretary General. So now the journalist asked Floyd Shivambu, you can tell that the man is getting annoyed about the question. And he just deems the question as irrelevant. He's saying that, don't you have better questions to ask me than to ask me that one about how Julius Malema feels about me being appointed, and did Julius Malema communicate with me for what? That is not important. So you see, these journalists, what they are trying to do, they are just trying to escalate the situation from what it is, right? So they want just to make headlines after headlines to say that Floyd said this about Julius Malema, and now Julius Malema will have to respond, right? Because we know that as the manner of politicians is that they use public platforms to downgrade and to degrade others and to speak ill about others, right? So that is what they want. They just want to catch those glimpses, those ways, just to cause some serious uproar, right? Even Advocate Dalimpofu has been asked about to explain his relationship with Julius Malema. Each and every step they take within the MK party, the journalist wants to know what Julius Malema thinks, what is Julius Malema's take in what these guys who have joined the MK party are doing. Even Dalimpofu had now to explain his role on how does Julius Malema feel and how others in the EFF feel concerning their newly appointed positions in the EFF. Even Floyd went further to explain that, now there's this situation with Mbuyiseni Dlozi, and now he had to explain that, no, him and Dr. Dlozi, they have a good relationship, and their relationship is very personal because he has known Dlozi for over 20 years now, right? So it's been a long time since Dlozi was even young, because he's older than Dlozi. And he's saying that they have that personal relationship. And because coming to this 2024 election, the MK party and the EFF had some sort of arrangement to say that they would not maybe speak ill about each other publicly, right? Then Floyd continues to say, but Lozi, there was a time where they had a rally and he ended up speaking badly about President Jacob Zuma and the MK party, saying that Jacob Zuma was a president. Why did he not develop these things he's talking about? Why did he not create what he's talking about? Now he's old, he's 80-something, so yeah, there's not much expected from him because while he had a chance, he was in office and at the time he was vibrant and younger. He did not implement any of the policies that now they are pushing at the MK party. So he's saying, so he was trolling Jacob Zuma. So Floyd says that, to me, he repeated what Dalimpofi said when they said that they can have different point of views, different opinions. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and it does not make them now enemies, right? That's what they tried to explain to journalists, because the journalists is like they want to see the EFF leaders and even those who have left the EFF, who were part of the EFF, fighting, so that they will have trending stories, breaking news, front page news, and they will just create this thing to say that look at these black-led parties. The MK and EFF are now fighting each other. So they just want to create fire where there's no fire. They want to create smoke where there's no smoke. So they are just trolling them. But I like how they respond. They are not talking bad about Julius Malema or anyone who's left at the EFF. They are just focusing on building their political careers. And with Floyd Shivambu, starting from being an ordinary party member to the party's national organizer. Now he is the Secretary General of the MK party. So former EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu is moving up ranks in UMkhoto Wesizwe. On Sunday, 10th November, the MK party President Jacob Zuma announced that Shivambu will be taking over the SG position following the resignation of Sifiso Maseko last week. The MK party head president Makasela Mzobe said Zuma received a letter of resignation from Secretary General Commander Dr. Sifiso Maseko on Tuesday, 29 October 2024, requesting to be relieved from his responsibilities as an SG of the organization. Mzobe said Maseko was on suspension at the Gauteng Department of Health pending an internal disciplinary process which has been concluded. The president accepted the Commander Dr. Maseko's request to resume his work as the chief director in the Gauteng Department of Health. Commander Maseko is released as Secretary General of UMkhoto Wesizwe, but will retain his responsibilities as a member of a national high command, which is the highest decision-making body in the MK party. As prescribed by the MK party constitution, the president has, in consultation with the MK party national officials, appointed Commander Nico Floyd Shivambu as a Secretary General of UMkhoto Wesizwe, effective immediately, he said. Mzobe said that Shivambu will assume all functions and tasks of Secretary General as prescribed by the constitution of the MK party. Further said that the president and national officials will, in line with the constitution of the organization, announce the necessary changes pertaining to the vacant role of the national organizer. So that was Floyd Shivambu's role. So he was a national organizer. So you see, Floyd Shivambu, when he appeared there with Sizwe, he did outline that most of the things, the 7 pillars that the EFF have, is the one who was the chief writer, the one who came up with some of the ideas. Not the only one, but he was the mind, the engineer behind the constitution and the organization of the EFF. So whosoever brought or influenced Floyd to take a decision to jump the ship to be the member of the MK party is because he knows what Floyd Shivambu's capabilities are. And he knows, I wonder why Julius Malema wanted Cyril to, President Cyril Ramaphosa, maybe to appoint Floyd Shivambu to Treasury. Because even Julius Malema admitted that the man is very smart, right? Floyd Shivambu is the engine, and it seems like MK Party is gunning for the best politicians that the country have. We know that some of them, they were implicated in the state capture, blah blah blah. We know that Saga spending 1 billion for nothing, and as on the commission was just a waste, right? But we are not there. So now MK Party has made sure, because they spoke about they want to change the constitution and they want to do away with the Roman Dutch law. So what they did, they brought in Judge Hlophe. Now they brought in Advocate Dalimpofu. Then they brought in Busisiwe Mokobane. So this is just like the group of experts, the professional black experts, professionals who will change, in fact, the constitution as per the agenda of the MK Party. So they are bringing in these black professionals whom they know, which is these one, they understand the Roman Dutch law, and they understand the law that needs to be put in place and implemented, the new law that now will serve as a progressive law to take care of everyone in the country. Now, they didn't finish there. So they brought in again business people, people who are running a private sector, people who are running a government sector. They brought in people such as Brian Molefe. Whether you hate the man or not because of some fake news rumors about how the Guptas and so forth, if you're following the media. All right. So Brian Molefe, in fact, has a good record. There are people who are not happy about maybe some of how he managed some of the things that he did when he were managing ESCOM. But what we know is that load shedding was just close to nothing, right? It was just there and there, but they did a very wonderful job in managing load shedding and in running ESCOM as an organization, the big entity that it is. So Brian Molefe was one of the best CEOs, black CEOs. So the MK Party is just combining all this talent under one roof, right? So when Floyd Shivambu was invited there at XMWX by Shivambu, he spoke something very mind-blowing and eye-catching. So he says that I conceptualized the economic freedom fighters, the name, the references of the commissars, the commander-in-chief, the 7 cardinal pillars, the founding manifesto. He said, he also added that he wasn't claiming to be the originator of EFF ideas, but that he played a central role. That is why I said that this person who influenced Floyd to join the MK Party, he knows Floyd Shivambu's capabilities. He knows where Floyd is good. Even Julius knows where Floyd is good. Even those who are having chest pains, the EFF members, they know where Floyd is good. That is why when he arrived at the MK Party, he was given the job to deal with them branches and to be the national organizer, right? We don't know how well he did, but he has some experience of how to organize some branches from top to bottom. He has knows how, he knows the know-how. He's been in the EFF running that machine that grew more than 1 million membership, the EFF. So he knows how to grow the membership. He knows how to deal with the structures. He knows what to deal with the regions. He knows how to deal with the branches. He knows how to deal with comrades. And what I like about Floyd is that he is rising. He came in the MK party as a nobody from being the deputy president of the EFF, and now we got a position of being the national organizer, and now it's going up now. Now is the secretary general. Only God knows where Floyd is going after this. We are interested.